Hello and happy day to everyone. Well, today we're going to be talking about trading and the wonderful power that there is in copy trading. But I am bringing up a young lady that can has taken trading to another level. She has been so dedicated and she is so talented and so smart, and I made a boatload of money hanging out with her. So, we're going to be talking about trading today and talking about how this is a better alternative than leaving your money sitting in the bank. How you can earn at least 9% a week on your money through the trading binary options. I'm excited about it because I don't know anything about it and I want to learn. So, welcome to the show. Hello, hello. Happy day to you, and welcome to the Fit of Freedom Project with Dr. Deb. I'm Dr. Deb. I'm your host. I created the Fit of Freedom Project because I wanted to face my fears. So today I have an amazing guest that's coming here. I'm so honored to have her here. This is Coach Blue. Let me bring her to the stage. Welcome to the Fit of Freedom Project. I feel like a kid like on Christmas because that's really how I feel about you. You are so like thank you for coming. I
Thank you
invited
for
you and you
having me,
came.
sis. Thank you.
I invited you and you came. I'm
Yes.
going to read your bio to everybody so people will know what I know about you, and then we're going to get started. Coach
Okay.
India began her trading journey in 2019, leveraging years of valuable experience to refine her craft. Over time, she's honed a set of techniques that have proven consistently effective for traders of all backgrounds. I can attest to this. Her expertise extends beyond mere trading. It encompasses a comprehensive understanding of market dynamics and strategies that are accessible and impactful for anyone on their trading journey. I mean, like, really anyone, the beginner. Having tested her methods with individuals that from aging from ranging from 10 years to 70 years old, what her outcomes motivated her to want to share her strategies with a broader audience, and we thank you for it. Witnessing the universal applicability and success of her approach, she made a decisive choice to transform her knowledge into a structured course. Imagine that. We can learn from the coach here, ensuring that traders at any level could benefit from her wealth of expertise, experience, and insights. Coach India's dedication to empowering others through education underscores her commitment to fostering financial literacy and enabling individuals to navigate complexities of trading with confidence and competence. Her trading course, which you will find at Blue Chips Academy, stands as a testament to the belief that effective trading strategies should be accessible to anyone and everyone that are eager to learn and grow in this world of finance. And let me tell you, that is something huge.
Let's go.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
That I just feel
Thank
so,
you.
I feel so good reading your bio.
Mm.
Honestly, I really do. That gives me so much energy inside
I
because
felt
you
like I was listening to somebody else. I
no,
didn't.
that's what
Awesome.
we are talking about. You are so
Yeah.
magnificent. I just want to share with the audience like how we met. We met through our dear brother Walter. How could we
Yeah.
not acknowledge?
Exactly. We gotta acknowledge that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mhm.
Walter Wilson.
Mhm.
And it's just been like we knew each other from the start. You taught me about cryptocurrency, man. I followed you. You taught me about how to like open a wallet, what a wallet was, how to transfer crypto. And I ain't even gonna lie, I did make a boatload of money with you. So I just got like so mad for you. And thing I could say, Coach Blue, is that you have been so very consistent. You have been consistent. You are passionate. You are so trustworthy. And I am just so glad that I was able to like follow you, honestly. And I'm not surprised that you have a course and that you have an academy and that you are teaching and that you are effective in the marketplace. I'm just not surprised. Like, you've been so consistent. Like, I just appreciate you. So, yeah, welcome to my show. I wanted everybody to feel, everything that I felt just being connected to you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for that introduction. I'm very humbled by it for sure. And honestly, it's as much as you've learned from me, I've learned from you. We're a great partnership. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I like to get the work done behind the scenes and
Yes, you are.
infectious, energetic, basically attitude and energy. And I love that about you. And so, yeah, we're here today, and I look forward for us to continue to grow.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm happy that you are even on the show because you are so behind the scenes. Like, I had to
Absolutely.
like pull you, like, come on now. You brought me into this. You taught me
Uh-huh.
these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I understand that. I totally respect it. But yeah, you are like huge, huge behind the scenes. So I
Mhm.
want to get started. What started you? What got you interested in the field of like trading and finance? Because we were not taught financial like literacy. Like my financial literacy, honestly, was learning how to write a check,
Yeah. Yeah.
saving money, putting it away like that, or like putting it in retirement
Yeah.
accounts. But there's much more to the world of finance. So, what got you started in trading?
Well, that's a great question. So, originally, before I stepped into crypto and everything, I worked with a financial service company for about 5 years. And so,
Mhm.
being connected in that type of realm, you understand that, okay, I'm working with people that are kind of already familiar with this type of knowledge. So, someone introduced it to me, and they showed me like some trades, and this was like in 2016. And they showed it to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, you made that amount of money in such a short period of time. And so I was like, well, let me try it out. So when I tried it out, I realized it wasn't, I was like, nah, this ain't for me. I
Right.
out in like a day. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So, and then it was reintroduced to me back in 2019, and I took a second look at it. I was like, this is too good for me to just continue to pass by. And then I kind of took it from there. So, yeah.
You have taught some people that I even brought to you, like some of my family and friends trading, and they were successful at it. They really were, and they were interested. Now, I'm gonna always follow you. I
Yeah.
just was too emotional for this trading. I was just like, and it's so wonder that you focus, on mastering your thoughts and your mind and not being emotional. You are not I was so emotional. I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. I don't know about losing. And I was
Yeah.
not even using, I was in
Yeah.
demo accounts,
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. What are
go
some
ahead.
like misconceptions about trading that you think people, like, yeah,
Mm.
what are the misconceptions?
Yeah, so they say that like 99% of people fail when it comes to trading. And it's not really because they don't understand. Like once you teach somebody the charts and like how to recognize certain patterns, like everybody knows what an M looks like, everybody knows what a W looks like, right?
Mhm.
So if I can show you that, then you'll be pretty, you'll be able to apply those concepts. But like you said, the emotional side, that's like 90% of the journey. And
Mm.
they don't highlight that part. You know what I mean? It's more so learn the technical analysis and all of this other stuff, but really it's mastering your emotions, because if you are, you can adjust and you can pivot when it's time to do so. So I
Why
think that's
don't
the
they
biggest
tell us
thing.
about that? I mean, why is that so important though?
Well, it's important because you're going to lose. You're probably going to lose every day, to be honest. And just our natural human nature, we don't like to lose. I don't like to lose, you know what I mean? But it's how you respond to those losses. And a lot of the lessons that you learn from trading, you can apply to life. And so, in life, if you take a loss, it's not like right there in your face. You might feel it and you learn how to adjust. But when it comes to trading, it's like, okay, I just lost $200 in 2 minutes. I'm not okay with that. I had to work to get that money. You know what I mean? So
Oh, my
yeah, so it's
goodness.
it's it's a little personal. You're like, nah, I gotta get my money back. Like, but it always apply this concept to like basketball because I look at it like this, like, that was a huge part of my life prior to the whole financial sector. But when you're shooting, you're not going to make all of your shots, right? But when you're making your shots, are you taking the right type of shots, and how often are you making those? And so when you develop a strategy, a technique that's effective, you'll learn that you win more than you lose. And what that end up turning out to be is that you basically are more profitable from a long-term perspective. So yeah. Yep.
Okay, okay, okay.
Hmm.
So what are two key principles? I think I already know one, but what are
Hmm.
two key principles or philosophies that kind of like guide your trading your trading approach?
So structure is very important. When I first started, like back in 2016, I had no structure. Like I just went on the chart, I pressed buy, sell, hoping that I made some money. But what I realized once I really started to learn from other, expert traders is that number one, you have to have a schedule. You have to have your strategy in front of you. You have to stick to your rules. And you have to be able to be objective when you're looking at the market. That I would say that's the second thing is being objective. So if you'll have certain confluences, or also known as basically confirmations in the market, that's telling you, oh, this looks like a good sale. But I always tell people the market can do whatever it wants, whenever it wants. So if that turns out to be the case, you got to be able to adjust and not get so caught up in being right or wrong, but being objective. So yeah.
That sounds like, like life, right?
Yes.
Like the game of life, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we shouldn't be moving through here judging everything, just don't be,
Hmm.
take a purview, like step back and
Yes.
just observe, right? And not get so I'm still working on all of that. That's
Look,
yeah,
it's a journey. I don't
yeah.
think it's ever something that you just kind of like master, because we're constantly
Mhm.
evolving and we're emotional, human beings. So
Yeah.
it's natural to feel a certain way. I always say, like, you can't control how you feel, because you ever just like something happening, you just feel an emotion. It's like you want
Yes.
to respond, right? But instead of that, you can control how you respond. That's what we have control over.
Yes.
Not how we feel, but how we respond. And so that's what I
Mm.
try to really focus on a lot with the students, is how to respond to certain things. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I still deal with my emotional roller coasters, but
Mhm.
you get better with it over time. So
Yeah, that's really good. You gave some really powerful information right there. And that took me to this question of how do you like adapt your teaching style to fit, a fifth grader?
yeah.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Remember that?
Right.
And because you have taught 10-year-olds to 70-year-olds,
Mhm.
obviously you have a teaching style that is approachable for everyone and accessible. How do you do that? What do you do?
That's a great question. So I think simplicity is a huge key for mass adoption. And one of my goals when I was creating this course was to create something that was simple enough for everybody to at least try. I understand that trading is not for everybody. I understand that. But you'll never know if you don't try. And so if we can get you past that first step of trying, then we can get you to the next level. And so when I tried out this concept with my 10-year-olds, I was like, okay, I mean, they're children. They know what an M and a W looks like. So if I can show them how that looks on a chart and where to look for it, then they can try to make their trades on their own. And so I broke it down into 4 steps, and that's my strategy. I have 4 steps. And once you check off those 4 steps, and they're very simple to read, you say, okay, I have this, I have this, I have this. Okay, now let me take a sell. Okay, now let me take a buy. So it all comes down to basically sticking to those rules. Yep.
Wow, wow. And
Mhm.
and and the children made you proud. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah. If you can, yeah, if it can
Mhm.
be, fifth grader can do it, surely we can do it. And plus,
Absolutely.
look at what we're teaching them at that
Mhm.
age. I did not have that exposure, at that age, but now it's never too late to learn.
Yeah,
That's how I look at it.
absolutely.
So, what are your pain points
Mm.
about teaching the students
So,
or teaching
um,
trading?
I would say pain points would be just being patient with myself, not really
Mm,
with the students, because I understand that everybody has different learning journeys. You know what I mean? So this
mhm.
person might come from a disciplined background. This person might have come from a background where they had emotional trauma. You know what I mean? So all
Yeah.
of those things come into play when it comes to trading. Trading just reveals your relationship with money. And so,
Wow.
yeah. Yeah, so when you take that approach, it's like, okay,
Mm,
I see what they're going to be, basically what they're going to have to work through in order
mhm.
to be consistently successful. Because a lot of times when I teach the students a concept, they get it in like a week. They like, okay, I see the M's, I see the W's, that's easy.
Yeah.
But then it's like, okay, the greed comes in, then the fear comes in. That's why I love the title of your show, because fear
Oh,
is one of those major things. Seriously, because if you conquer your fears, your freedom is on the other side. So I love that. And
I
then
know, like
yes,
my little bird up there. Yeah, with
uh-huh,
the K, like
that's right.
it's right there.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
I would just say just being patient with myself, because most of the time I try to lead by example, and I try to basically implement everything that I'm telling you. I want you to see that I'm doing as well. But at
Yeah.
the same time, it's more, one of the things that I'm learning and getting better at is that now that I'm building a small community, which will eventually be a big community,
Mhm.
I have to always, I put pressure on myself to always be on my P's and Q's, but also realizing that I'm still human too. So
Yes.
yeah.
You are what? I know we do this to ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's why I'm so thankful for our ancestors who support us and, the universe who says, It's okay. You're doing great.
Yeah.
Love yourself. You are doing such an amazing job. You're making impact. And look what happens because you made impact for me. So now, like, okay, I started this YouTube channel. And so now we can get the information out to other people who can then be impacted by this great thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's
Yeah.
all about evolution to me and just
Absolutely.
evolving. But you know what you said? This shows your relationship with money. And I'm telling you, I was like, yeah, so emotional, but
Yeah.
I love you. You are great. You
Thank you.
yeah, you're deep. You're
Yeah.
deep. It's yeah, it's not just about trading. It's
Yeah.
it's like this is a holistic experience.
Absolutely.
Really.
Absolutely.
Um, okay, so did I say what are some of the common misconceptions? What do
Yeah.
people think? What okay, so let me tell you what mine was. I thought that we would win all the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Yes.
I'm like, okay, well, if people know and it's going up and I
Yeah.
just didn't know. And the
Yeah.
whole like, no, you could lose. I'm like, but why would we lose if we have all of these people that are watching the market
Right.
and yeah, and they
Right.
know when to go in. And
Mhm.
plus, you can win going up and you can win going down. So I just didn't see where there could be a loss. Not like that.
Right.
Yeah, I
So
just didn't.
So that's a great observation. I would say in order,
Okay.
so the way trading is works is there's always winners and there's always losers. So there has to be the trade that you won, somebody else lost. So meaning that they put in money and you took, not I don't want to say take their money, but you won the profit because they put in money and they thought the market was going a certain direction.
Oh, that makes
So
sense.
that's why you see the red and the green candles, because there is a lot of movement. Some people think the market is going down. Literally, the chart is a visual of people's emotions
Mhm.
pertaining to money and finances.
Wow.
Like if you ever notice, like I'll just use stocks for an example, just because people can kind of wrap their heads around that. Let's say if Apple came out with some news and their chart went up, it's
Mhm.
because people responded positively about that. They felt, okay,
Yes,
this
yes,
is
I
going
do
somewhere.
remember
You know what I
that.
mean?
Mhm.
Yeah. So when you see the chart drop, like if somebody say, oh, Microsoft just filed bankruptcy.
Yes, a war
So,
just started.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Hmm.
So those are the things that you learn, and that's why being emotionally stable is important, because you can see what's happening versus feel what's happening. And when
Oh
you can
my
do
God.
that, you can make the right choice. So,
Well, I think that I am prepared more so now
mhm,
than I was, simply
mhm,
because I don't pay attention to the news and stuff. I have
yeah,
kind of removed myself, like
mhm,
put like a barrier between that, because a lot of it just produces a lot of fear and anxiety. And I just see the world in a different purview now.
mhm, mhm,
It's different from
yeah,
what I thought. It's not as hard.
yeah.
So, yeah, I would probably be a little bit better, I might
Yeah,
say.
yeah, that's
Okay.
awesome. And you're absolutely right. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for trading, I would not be connected to the news either.
I
And
know, because you have to, like, look, I was taught to, like, you have to go get the news in the beginning to
mhm,
see what's driving the market,
yep,
right?
yep. And when you see like those really big candles, that's typically the banks. They have a lot of different. They call them red folders that affect the market. So you have to look out for that type of stuff. A lot of those
So,
big institutions manipulate the market. So,
okay, so of course,
mhm,
I'm gonna ask you what sets you up. I know what sets you apart. What sets Blue Chips Academy apart from
yeah.
any other, trading academy? And I know what it is, but I'm not gonna be biased here. I'm gonna let you say it.
Okay, all right, awesome. So I would say what sets me apart, like my strategy isn't like, oh, this great strategy, like it's nothing new that hasn't been told over time, right? But I think what separates me from everybody else is that I focus on the trading psychology just as much as I focus on the trading strategy, because I know how important that is to be effective. Like if you really want this trading, like for me, trading is fun, but at the end of the day, I want people to have this skill because I want them to be able to make money at their own will whenever they want, and they have full control over their own life and prosperity. That's what this is about. Whatever you really want out of life, I want you to have a tool to be able to provide the resources to get you to where you need to be. And in order for that to happen, and for you to literally stay in the game for a while so you can get to that goal, is for you to have that trading psychology mastered as much as the strategy. So like I have a whole like series of trading psychology. So
Yeah, yeah, you
yeah,
do. You do.
yeah,
I'm overwhelmed, because the reason why is because I know that I am a little more prepared based on
mhm,
my own transformation
yeah,
and my own transformation within myself, like within my own mind, just really letting go of limiting beliefs around money.
for sure.
Yes.
That's a big
Yes.
one. That's
That
a
is just a huge, huge one. So I'm not gonna say that I don't love to win, because
yeah,
I do, but yeah, I have a different perspective and a different understand and a different relationship with money
yeah,
now.
yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
proud
and
of
then you
myself.
gotta also, I'm proud of you too, because
Yeah,
that's a big step, honestly. And
yeah.
so what I always tell people is it's not about the wins and the losses, it's about being profitable. Are you
Mm.
profitable at the end of the day? So like if you, and this is in a
Explain
little,
that though.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So for instance, I might have a day where, let's say I'm like 6 for 10. I won 6 out of 10 trades, right? So of course
Mhm,
I lost four.
mhm.
And anybody would say, well, that's okay. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I made 5%. Are you more concerned about how many I won or that you made 5% that day? You know what I mean?
That day,
So
where you getting it? Are you getting that are you getting that at your bank?
not at all. You might get 1% is probably like the standard for the year. So that means in order to get 5%, you will have to have your money in the bank for 5 years just to get what students are making in one day at Blue Chips Academy.
So trading, so going through the program,
Mhm.
we can actually fund our account, and our account can earn 5%. So we're pretty much, and we can just compound that. Is that
Yes.
true?
Yes. So once you're a student of Blue Chips Academy, you have the option to earn while you learn. So this information is specifically, like I said, for the students. So whoever, told you about the opportunity, they can give you more information about that. But definitely, I think that that's a great thing because people are transitioning.
Mm-hmm.
Trading might be part-time for some people. They might not be at a point where they can make consistent income, but you still have the resources available where you can still make that money while you're learning, while you're still doing your day-to-day. You still have that option. Yep.
Yes, yes. I have some friends that love trading, and of course, I brought them straight to you. It
Yeah.
would be no one else. Yeah.
Appreciate
And
I appreciate that too.
yes, absolutely. So
Mhm.
I'm looking at um your tag here. It says
Mhm.
master your thoughts, master your results.
Yes.
How? Do you do that?
Absolutely. That one, honestly, this took me a while to figure out,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, oh my, you ever like do something like, why am I keep doing this? Like, what is going on? Right? You get mad at
Expecting
yourself.
something different.
Right, right. So, what I've noticed is that there's this book, and I recommend this for anybody that's interested in trading. It's called The Emotion Free Trading, and this book helped change my process dramatically. So they have chapters in there. They have greed, they have fear, they have revenge trading, they have all of those topics. So let's say, for instance, if my Achilles heel when it comes to trading is fear, right? So with that, I would say, okay, I'm reading this chapter every single day before I trade. So my mind can have the right type of concept before I start trading. It's like anything else. Like I told you, like basketball was a major part of my life. So when I didn't have a left hand, I practiced my left hand every single day until it became muscle memory. So what you're doing is when you're repeating and really putting that information back into your head every single day, you're creating muscle memory now. So now when you go to the charts, I'm not feeling fear. It's a muscle memory. I have a response now. Like it's automatic now instead of it being an emotion that takes over my judgment.
Wow.
So it's just really repeating those same things like you would do with any other muscle of your body. If you want to build up your arms, you got to work out your arms every day. You got to work out your mind every day for that specific topic. So the first thing is identifying what the issue is and then getting the resources and the tools to be able to fix it.
I think another misconception might be, or at least one that I had, is that you have to be there all day long.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Can you explain that? Can you
Yeah.
debunk that
Yes.
thing,
Yes.
for people who may think the same thing?
Yes. So let me first start off by telling you that it's not an all day thing because I have traded for a while. And normally when you do that, that's not the way you want to go. Okay. So typically I would say majority of the days that I trade, I'm trading no more than 15 to 30 minutes, 45 tops, and I'm done for the day. And so once I reach my goal, I shut everything down and I probably start working on content or whatever else that can help build the academy, and go from there. But no, and that's what's so beautiful
Wow.
about it because you can focus on whatever else you want to do. Yeah.
So, so that is a lot of discipline
Yeah.
because in the beginning, I wanted to, so you have a set goal.
Hmm.
When you accomplish your goal, you are done.
Yes.
So you're not greedy going in because the market is good, even if the market is good and you
Hmm.
can go for probably 15% or
Yes.
10% or something, but
Yes.
you stop.
Yes. So this is a
Wow.
process. This is a process, okay?
Yes,
Because
that's great.
I won't say that I'm like totally there, you know what I mean?
Mhm,
But
mhm.
from where I've started, it's completely,
Yeah.
a big deal. So like and one of my big lessons I've learned this was that I had a day where I made 40% in a day. And the next day, because I kept trading, I lost it all because
You did it.
I
Oh
was
my
not
goodness.
disciplined. Exactly. That's where the greed part comes in. Or then you might
Oh,
have some factors where like you might lose a lot and now you kind of apprehensive to take
yeah.
certain trades. So you just gotta have even kill. You have to be an active winner and loser, I would say.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, I like
Mhm.
the way you describe that.
Yeah.
That's people can learn so much from you. This is really, really good information. And I have been to different trading
Yeah.
courses, and here I am with you. I mean, I tried, but I feel very connected to your work and to your honesty and your transparency and just being just Coach Blue, Coach India to us. Yeah. And
Yeah.
telling us what your pain points are, what you're
Yeah.
still working on as well.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
you're effective. You
Yeah.
have amazing outcomes, young
Thank
lady.
you. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
what I'm saying. What advice would you give to someone who's just starting out, and so they don't feel overwhelmed by the complexities of the market and
Mhm.
trading and all of those technical things? Like, what would you say to somebody just starting out?
I would say work at your own pace, okay? Because this can be a lot of information, can be overwhelming sometimes. And not in the sense where it's not understandable, but there are certain levels that you have to master before you get to a certain point where you're consistently making money. And the second thing would be to master each step. Like take your time and master each step. So, like one of the things that I talk about is identifying key levels, right? And the key levels are just basically significant areas in the market where people might have bought or sold. And so master that, then go to step two, then go to step three, then go to step four. Don't try to feel like you need to master the whole process in 1 week or 1 month or whatever. Give yourself time, be patient, and start off trading. Honestly, like after you've figured out like how to navigate and everything, start off trading with some real money. Don't wait too long. Don't get stuck in demo trading because you're not getting in tune with the psychology part of it. If you take a loss on demo, you're good, right? That's not my money. That's not real money. But when you have real money, you start to feel those trigger points. And so the quicker you're able to identify that, the faster you can now start fixing those things and the more successful you'll be. So,
I like the fact that everything that you're saying is what I'm practicing spiritually for
yes.
myself.
Yes.
Yes, and that's why I said, "Oh, I'm gonna be great," right?
Yes.
I would be great
Yes.
at this,
Mm-hmm.
because I am developing that spiritual muscle.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm,
when it
I
comes
love
to
that.
fear,
Yeah.
it's like it's totally dissipating. I'm not gonna say that I'm all there,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
there are a little bit of fearful moments, and some of it is good, but it does not
Absolutely.
consume me and overwhelm me like that. I
Mm-hmm.
understand that it's an energy, and that I can cover that with love. It does not have to exist, because there's no fear in our creator.
I'm telling you.
Like
I'm
God
telling
said that, like, there's no fear in me. So
you.
I
Mhm.
am, and because I'm an extension of God, I just
Yes.
don't want to walk around in fear. So
Yeah.
what you oh man, you are
I
really
love
touching
that.
me today. And this is through trading. Who yes, God, like
Absolutely. Well,
trading.
let me touch on the fear part because you just you moved me when you just said that.
Okay.
They say that fear is like false evidence appearing real, right?
Mhm.
And so a lot of times when we're fearful of something, we're creating these scenarios in our head that 9 times out of 10 won't even happen.
Yeah.
And then when we think about those times when we responded to our fear despite how we were feeling, it's like it wasn't that bad after all. Like, you know what I
Yes.
mean? So,
Yes.
every time you respond to that, you just get stronger and stronger. Your faith just develops. You can only have faith or fear in the situation. You know what I mean? So,
Yes.
just listening to you, it just kind of reiterated that in my head. So, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. It's the truth. I mean, research shows this honestly, that yeah, like at least about 80 something percent or 90% of the stuff that we worry about, it don't even happen. I mean, we are creating it
Seriously.
in your mind. You are creating stress out of what you're thinking. So
Yeah.
I had to start thinking about what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think about what I'm thinking.
Mhm.
I have, it's important for me, because when you can we're actually creating that reality.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep.
Whenever we think fear,
Yep.
more experiences that scare you show
Mhm.
up.
Yep. That's
But
right.
when you move in fearlessness, all of that energy shows up.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
Yeah, I'm ready for you. You
I
are,
love
I'm so
it.
proud of you. And yeah,
Thank
you got some good stuff. Oh
you.
man. Okay, can you share a success story of one of your students?
Yes, yes.
Oh
So
man.
last
Well,
month we
I'm
had a
one,
student.
but anyway.
Yes, absolutely. You're day one.
Man, Chuck,
Can you talk?
you
Can you talk about that briefly, and then I'll get into one of the training students because I
what?
mean it's nothing like just like from our relationship initiated, like you're just being connected and how what type of success you've experienced from a personal standpoint, just like even from the crypto side, because crypto is still trading at the end of the day, but
Yeah.
just like how did that affect you, and what did that look like for you?
Yes, it was just I was excited,
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
when I learned that you could actually like about digital currency. I
yeah,
didn't know anything. I
yeah,
totally had all faith in you. I was
yeah,
following you. Whatever you told me to do, I did it. And you
yeah,
know that is true. I
yeah.
think I was probably 5 or 6 years in from a brain injury. So all
Mhm.
of the mechanics and stuff was a little heavy on my brain, but
Yeah,
I built up some muscle.
yeah,
In addition to that, I like wanted to teach people, like, oh
mhm,
my God, we gotta tell people. That's
yeah,
how I am once I know
yeah,
this is gonna like help other people and help the world.
yeah,
Like we gotta
yeah,
tell everybody. And then I
mhm,
like ended up developing like a basic crypto course. And I'm actually
yeah,
letting one of my sister friends now that I just met
yeah,
with some real estate stuff. And she was like, she wanted to get into crypto. And I
nice.
said, right now, I'm not breathing in that space the way that I
Mhm.
want to. I'm breathing in this space here.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
said, but I do know about it. And I wrote a course. I was like, I can't find it. And she
yeah,
said, look, it'll be there. And I found it. And so she's actually going through it. I just gave her
wow,
the, yeah, for free. Just here, just
yeah,
learn it because I like this space right
yeah,
now. And I
yeah.
like
I could tell it
people.
just looks so good on you. Like
It is how to
seriously, I can
transform
feel
their
your energy.
lives.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is it for me. So because I'm transforming and how I understand the world and what our
mhm,
purpose is and why we're here, I'm going to
yeah,
be bringing some guests on that's going to,
wow,
really kind of help us think outside of the box. Don't be
yeah,
constricting God. God is
yeah,
everything that we see. The universe, that divine consciousness is
yeah,
everything that we see. And it's
mhm,
not our own. We should
yeah,
just stop being so pompous and leave the
yeah,
ego out of it because it is the divine intelligence expressing itself through us. It's
yes,
not us. We ain't this
yes. I'm
clever.
telling you.
Goodness.
Mm-mm.
Jeez. So,
Yeah,
like I'm learning to separate the ego from my real self. And when
yeah,
I meditate is when I find out, girl, listen, you got a
mhm,
lot of stuff to work on and it's
mhm,
not somebody else's you. So
yeah,
turn it inward. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. This is what's
Okay.
happening. And it's
Yeah,
parallel to trading, like all of
yeah,
it, like you telling me to develop that muscle and all of it.
mhm,
It's the same
yeah,
thing we're doing in life.
yep, yep,
That's why
mhm,
I'm so excited about this.
I love it.
Okay, so I am really a true success story because I did not know literally anything, nothing. I came to you and I think I made in the six figures with
Yeah,
you, but I invested in the three digits.
yeah,
Yeah, and that turned
yeah,
into something
yeah,
really, really grand.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I really have grown since that time,
I
but
love it.
I know your outcomes. You're effective. You are effective and you're trustworthy.
Yeah,
You're not out there like, man, you could be out there really, really
right,
flipping this in a way that would
mm,
be egotistically beneficial to you, but
yeah,
in the long term it doesn't work.
no,
You have a larger view of this.
mhm,
It's not
mhm,
just about you.
yeah,
That's why I asked you to come here because it's not just about you.
yeah,
It's about like the whole of us, you
yeah.
know?
I appreciate that. And you're absolutely right. Like at the end of the day, I want us to all win. I saw that this was something that was helping me. And I was like, look, this can help a lot of other people. So let's make it happen. You know what I mean?
Which
And
in
so,
turn just
yeah,
continues to help you.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, we all deserve this. This is our
Mm,
birthright to be expansive and to
mhm,
be, big and grand and
yeah,
bigger than what we would ever imagine. It's
yeah,
our birthright. We
yeah,
inherited this. Let's just live in all of this glory, you know?
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So
Okay,
just
so
mhm,
another success story, not
yeah,
me.
yeah, I got you. So Two students. One of the students was student of the month. He's actually in college. He's playing football. He's about 19 years old, and he basically earned 85% in 1 month after learning the concept. And then I have another lady. She is actually retired, and so she's in the process of getting like some real estate development work, and she made 90%. So these are people that have not traded before, and so just with their openness and being open-minded to it, they were able to receive the information. They showed up every week, and within a month, they were on the road doing their own thing. So,
Mm.
that's what gets me excited,
You
right there.
got to, yes.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that, and just getting more students to the point where they're independent and they can just go out there and make money, at will.
Man, that is so good. 80
Yeah.
to 90%.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yes, I'm ready for that. What's
Yeah.
your long-term goals for Blue Chips Academy?
Long term goals by next year, I want at least 1,000 students. In the next 5 years, at least 5 to 10,000 students. And
Oh,
I want to kind of do like a tour and just go to different parts of the nation, parts of the world, and just teach. That's what
yeah.
I want to do. That's what I
I'm
want to do.
so excited for that.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad to be a part of your tribe, honestly.
Yeah.
I really am. I am.
Yeah.
Is that you offer such a message of hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You've offered a message of hope and determination. What you can do if you put your mind to it and build some muscle
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. What
Yes.
do you so what message can you convey to anyone that enrolls in your Blue Chips Academy? Like
Mhm.
how can you make their lives better, you think? Not just with the money, because the
Mhm.
money's there.
Yeah, that's the
Money's
byproduct.
always with us.
Right, right. So I think what's most beneficial is that the things that you'll learn with Blue Chips Academy is not just something that you will be able to use with trading, but in life. So I'm actually in the process of creating an emotional trading journal for traders that highlights when certain things happen, what are your trigger points, how do you respond to it, and what are your tools or your your steps to fixing these issues. And what you'll start to realize, like you and I were just talking about, is that some of the things that I've mentioned on the psychology part is applicable to what we deal with on a day-to-day basis. And so it's not just about trading and learning, it's more so about becoming a better person. And in return, you'll have the resources to, once you become a better person, to have a better life. And because I mean, it's one thing to fix certain things about your characteristics and your and how you go about certain things, but if you don't have the resources to also put it into action, it's not going to go as far. So the trading provides the resources, and the course provides the guidance and the roadmap to become a better person just in life in general.
Yes, I totally agree with that. And before we go, man, listen, I'm running out of time. Like I'm going over my time and it's okay, but I want to respect your time and appreciate you. But I like to ask all of the guests here, what are you most excited about in life right now?
Yes. Yes. So I think what I'm most excited about in life is opportunity. As long as you're waking up every day, that's an opportunity to do more, to be better, and to grow. And every day is not going to always be, the best day, but it's a chance to grow. When we reach and we experience adversity or processes that might not be the most easiest to accomplish or to basically persevere through, we still have opportunity. And so when you have that, the world is yours and you can pretty much make anything happen. But you have to be patient, you have to be diligent, and you have to be consistent. It's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen as long as you continue to show up. So show up every day for yourself, and then you'll start to see how that shows up for everybody else.
Oh my gosh. I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really am so thankful and honored that you came to visit the Fear to Freedom Project today. I am, and
I'm
I'm
honored to be
excited for
here.
you.
Yeah.
You deserve everything that's coming to you.
Thank you.
And yeah, yeah,
Thank you.
I am so not surprised by this. Gosh, and I saw it coming. You keep it pushing too. You don't let anything, and you know what you have always done? You have always included me. You've always let me know. You reach out. We don't have to talk
Yeah.
for, some months. And
Yeah.
you peek in there, I peek in
Yeah.
there. You all right, sis? Thank
Yeah.
you. How you doing? Or this what
Yeah.
I heard, this what I learned, and
Yeah.
you always share, and I always come to see it. I
Yeah.
may not
Yeah.
necessarily do it, but I
Yeah.
always come to look. I
Yeah.
believe in you,
Yeah.
and this is a great partnership. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you too, and I believe in you as well. You know that from day one. Like it's always just been great energy with you and I, and I'm just excited about what you're doing. This platform that you have is powerful. Like it's
Oh,
going to touch and affect so many people. So
mm,
please continue. Like I'm waiting for the next episode. Like we can,
yes,
you know what I mean. So
yes,
I love
yes.
it. I love you, and thank you so much for this opportunity.
Oh, I love you too. Thank you. Thank you. Well, you know what? You heard it right here at the Theater Freedom Project. If you are new, thank you so much and welcome. Like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. And if you are a returning champion, thank you so much for watching here. You heard it right here. And listen, you can get all of the information in the show notes. And if you want to take advantage of, I know you would love it, Blue Chips Academy. And this trading course, you will get $100 off of your trading course with the code Fear to Freedom. Yes, you will. That'll also be in the show notes. And listen, I love you. I'm Dr. Deb. Thank you so much for joining. Peace and love.